welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how we cook cassava leaves. We start off by boiling it with some garlic, onion, salt and water. We boil it for about an hour. As you can see, this is how I do it. Now today I didn't want to do it complicated. I just wanted to make it very simple, so I only put garlic and salt and a lot of water, and you boil it for about an hour. And then, as you can see, I also added some onions. I like to cut my onions pretty thick for this kind of meal. I don't want to complicate matters on this one. Okay, next time we'll make something more complicated, but on this one we don't need to complicate matters. We're just going to make it a very simple cassava leaf. So as soon as you've done putting the onions and the garlic and the salt and the water, you make sure you put a lot of water, okay, because you really want it to boil for a while, for quite a while. You want to leave it to boil for at least an hour, as you can see what I'm doing. Now I know how I put my salt, but I didn't want to have, I wanted to show you guys, this is about not even 5 milliliter, this is half. It's not a lot of salt, trust me. It's just to show you guys how much I needed it in my mixture. I leave it, and then this is what it looks like once it has boiled for an hour, for more than an hour. It changes the color becomes a dark green, as you can see. It becomes a dark green, and you keep on boiling it, and then I add the palm oil in it. I add the palm oil, as you can see. I'm about to do that. And once I add the palm oil, I'm going to add more water to make sure that it boils for a long time, because you also want the palm oil to cook, to boil for a while, you know, for it to not have this this taste that, you know, it's got an, I wouldn't say an ugly taste, but it's kind of leaves the taste behind. So you want to really cook the palm oil. So I put the palm oil, and I'm going to add water as well, which I did, and I'm going to leave it to boil really for a good at least 30 to 40 minutes more, until I'm satisfied with the taste. And then on the side, what I did, that I was deep frying my meat. In this case was beef. And on this side, as you can see, I'm putting oil so I can make the sauce for my beef, because on the other side I was deep frying it, and I wanted to make some sauce to go on the side of the cassava leaves. I had cut my tomatoes, red peppers and orange pepper. I had cut that, and I also did put in some other spices. In this case, as I'm gonna show you, there's my cassava boiling, and so I don't like to. I like to add my oil as I'm frying, because I don't like to put a lot of oil all of a sudden. I like to put a little bit, and then as I'm going, I add. As you can see, I'm adding just to make sure that it does not burn. So this helps me control how much oil I'm using to make my sauce. And I do put a little bit of salt, just a little bit, for taste. And then I use garlic powder, which I add as well. Which I add, I would say about not even 5 milliliter, like 2.5 of a teaspoon. And so the same thing will also be for my ginger powder. Yeah, this is my mustard. First of all, my mustard powder, which is the same thing. I'm gonna use about 2.5 milliliter. So basically half a teaspoon, not a spoon, a teaspoon, the one you use for tea, the teaspoon. So that's what I'm gonna use. I mix, and then the same thing I'm also going to put for my ginger powder. So as you can see, I'm adding my ginger powder as well, so about 2.5 ml. And I'm going to this is what I use. So ginger powder, as you can see. So I'm gonna mix it all together. I'm gonna mix it all together, and I'm gonna leave it to fry for quite a while. I'm gonna leave it until I'm really satisfied with the taste. So I mix it, and this is what my cassava leaf is looking like on the side. So I mix it and I mix it and I mix it. I make sure I mix it well, so that everything is well mixed and there's no nothing missing, basically. And this is what it looks like at the end. This is my cassava leaves. After I left it to boil for a good 45 to an hour. And as you can see, I'm mixing it. It looks good. And then on the side, as you can see, I have my meat, so my beef. I like to do this. This is the most simplest cassava leaf you can get. Why? Because it goes with what we call fufu, which is this is fufu. So you don't want, when you're gonna cook for it to go with fufu, you don't want it to be so like a lot of things in it. I would have added probably some dry fish in it, just to add a little bit, but because I had the meat on the side, I didn't want to have to complicate matters. So you do this and you have this, and that's it. It's as simple as that. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you have any questions, please do email or comments below. Do subscribe. If it's something that you like to see, please be a part of our family. And I would love to see you guys next time. Bye.